I am very sorry for the crappy video quality in the last video, so I'm trying to compensate here, going back to my phone actually. As a compensation, I'm giving it to you in 4K this time. Welcome back to Late Night Gamer and round 3 of Over Open Sights, the starter kit. It's pretty evident that the Germans are in really bad shape. One thing I forgot to do was to fire with this squad here, because they are actually okay. They could have fired last round, forgot that in the heat of battle. That's a pity. We'll see if we can repair some weapons, and the only one that has broken weapons is the American squad here. They rolled a 6, so they didn't repair it, they actually broke it. You can see that the X here is 6, so that is the destruction number. They're really bad at repairing apparently. No more machine gun for Americans. Germans don't have anything to repair, no weapons to repair. They would have gone first if they had. Transfer weapons? No, not really. I can put the leader on top here now, so I remember that we have a leader here. Okay. Well then, the Germans will try to rally, and they don't have any leaders on the board. They have this guy and this leader in the building. He is okay, he is rallied. No one of these have leaders. Yeah, so they will try to rally the leader they have in the woods here, who is not in the woods. Yeah, in the woods. He is he's wounded, so that puts him down on a 6 morale. For some reason I only rolled 1 die, so we'll do that again. He's not rallied. He gets a 7. His morale is 6. Oh, actually, that's okay. Yeah, his morale is 6 because of the wound. He's in the woods though, so his die roll modifier is -1. So this is actually a 6, so he's back. Okay, good. But still wounded though. So effectively a 6-0 leader. Now the Germans can self-rally 1 unit, and I was thinking of trying to get this guy back in battle. It's super difficult because of the +4 DM, but they have a light machine gun, so they can fire instantly at this gun if they're able to do so. They will just try it. The morale of the squad underneath is 6. They had to roll a 2 in order to make it, so they didn't, obviously. So desperate attempt. There was no, I'm not sure. Yeah, well. So these all the desperate Americans, they are have there's no desperate Americans. There's no broken Americans actually. That's it, and then we are in the prep fire phase. Now the Germans don't really have many options. They have a guy here. It's a second squad, second liner. They will take a shot at this gun. If they can take it out, will kill the crew, would be great. So they will try to do that. It's they're actually here, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's within range. Firepower 4. And the gun is in place, so it's a +2. So they roll actually quite good. That is a 1 morale check, but the gun is +2, so that's a pin check. The crew has to check if they're pinned, and morale of the crew is 7. I think the gun is like that. Can't remember exactly. Okay, so yeah. The crew roll 7, so they're good. They're not pinned. I think that was it for the Germans. Well, let's see then. Maybe they can't do much more. They have prep fired. These guys are broken. There's no action there. Here on this side we have the leader here and the mortar. The mortar can't see anything. There's nobody there for them to shoot at, so they just have to stay put. The leader, he can't shoot. There's some guys here in the building. They want to move, but they will be bombarded if they do. So there's a stack here. They will try to take out this gun. So what do we have here? They are CX'd, it doesn't matter now. They have a combined firepower of 8. It's not leader directed. 1, 2, 3, 4. It is within range, and I know that the gun is out in the open. Firepower 8 plus 2 modifier. They roll, actually, they roll an 8. It's a normal morale check, but then there's plus 2 because of the emplacement. So that's nothing. It's nothing more for the Germans to do. They can't do anything. They can move though. They can move the they move the mortar in there, and they will be bombarded by this mortar here. If they move up here, they can do that. Of course, they have to move out here in the open, so they can have line of sight up there. Maybe that's a good choice. Maybe they move 1, 2. If it's 5 portage points, that mortar. Well, they can advance the next phase. Advance 1 hex in advancing phase. So they move there and stop. Nobody can see them. Actually, this gun can see them. But he has to change 1, 2 hex sides. That's a plus 4 on the shot. He'd rather keep his acquired target here on this stack, I think. Let's play through this round just for fun. It's the game is over now, I think. They have moved. There are some Germans in the building here, which will, I don't know, I guess they will move, trying to draw the fire away from this guy here. 1, 2. I'm just clueless. I'm not sure what to do really. 4. I must remember he has just used 4 movement points, because now these guys are going to fire. Firepower 2. 1 morale check, then it's -2 because movement out to the open. And non-assault movement, that's K1. 1 unit is casualty reduced, and the other must take a 1 morale check. So which one is casualty reduced? The leader or the half squad? Let's stop movement now so I can take this away. 1, 2, 3, it's the leader, and it is the half squad, which is or the full squad, which and both have to take a 1 morale check. First the leader. He breaks. He has the same morale as the unit, so it doesn't affect them. You have to take 1 morale check. They break too. That's an 8. Broken and desperate. Okay, so I may play this very, very bad with the Germans. These guys have first fired, and there should be a residual firepower marker there with a 1. So that's fine, I won't do that. Okay, so it looks like this now. Germans is finished moving. Now it's defensive fire, so now this gun will pulverize these guys, and yeah, the gun on the other side there will be no German units left, so... Oh, actually, wait. They have some here as well. Let's not go to defensive fire yet. Let's still be in the... Oh, crap. Well, they can't see anything, so they will declare assault movement. Yeah. And move here. Here. Or there. No, here. They're clearing the assault movement and moving here. This gun is forced to react. They have to turn 1, 2 hex points. Yeah, that's good. They're inside, so he changed 2 hex points, and he's going to fire. These guys that moved. 9. The hit number is 9. That's very high, but there's no modifiers because no movement out in the open and and they did declare assault movement. He changed 2 hex points, so that's a +4 on his roll. Let's see. No, he did not hit. He rolled a 9. But he acquired target. He will intensify, and that's a follow-up shot with a +2 target modifier. Oh, I forgot. Even it was even worse because they are in the woods. So he will do it again. -1, take away the woods. Now it's only a +2. That's 6. The gun can't cover by the way, so 6. And so that is 8 with a +2 for the intensifier. So that's a hit. They scored a hit. 6, 7, 8, and the woods negates the acquired target, or the opposite. So yeah, that's an 8, so that's a hit. Now, that gun is a big gun, right? He would have final fired, I think. So it's a big gun, 155. It's on the 30th column. You see these guns? They are terrible. Okay, but he rolled bad. He rolled an 11, but that is still a 1 morale check. Yeah, as long as this gun can acquire target, he's going to cause some damage. You can't see any modifiers that helps in any way. So, well, okay. 1 morale check for the guys in the woods. This is flipped to 2. Okay. Let's try the top one first. He breaks. He gets a 9. And the other guy... Oh man, Germans. Because they rolled a 12 on a morale check, that's casualty reduction. I shouldn't laugh. They're a half squad now. Second liner half squad. Nope, they're a second liner broken half squad. And not only that, they failed their ELR with a lot. So they're going to be, I believe, also reduced in quality. So really they are a conscript now. Broken conscript half squad with a morale of 4 in the woods. Broken and desperate. That intensifier option for the guns is awesome. Just awesome. In a bad way, I guess, for the Germans. Well, can these guys move? Yeah, they can try. These guys here, they can try to move. I think they're going to stay put and just not do anything. They should have put on prep fire. Yeah. Well, for the sake of the game, let's just allow that they can fire outside of the range. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's inside the range. 1, 2, 3, 4. With a firepower of 8. Let's just allow that. Just for fun. Oh, doesn't matter. Because they rolled a 10. +4, +2 for the emplacement. Or gun shield, whatever I choose. Same thing. So, miss, prep fired, gone. That's it. They're giving up. Germans are now official giving up. There's no way they can be back in this fight. Now the defensive fire, this gun is probably going to destroy these guys. They're about to hit number of, what, 8 or something? Yes, they will hit. You see the hit. And on a 105, they will roll a 10, which is bad. So 1 morale check for the guys here. 7-7. First squad gets 7, which is pinned. The other guy. White flag for the Germans. They are giving up, but that was a very surprising game, very interesting game. Seems like the guns are much more devastating than I imagine, actually. I'm quite, should I say shocked? Yeah, shocked in a game sense. I really got the taste of what the guns can do. That's, yeah, they ruined this game. I'm not sure if it's really a balanced scenario. I can't understand what I must do as the Germans to get this to work. It'd be great to take some tips or hints from you guys who have played this scenario before. If you have played this scenario and are successful or have some ideas what the Germans can do, I'd be glad to hear from you. Because I don't have a clue. I can't understand it. Maybe this is just a difficult scenario. As a defender, I didn't do much. The Americans, they just stay put and fired, basically, with their guns, and had, completely control over the situation. I have a problem though to remember which gun has fired at which squad. I marked them with these colors, but I'm running out of colors if there are a lot of guns. How do I solve that? Again, give me some hints. I don't know. What do you guys do? Yeah, and I would say that this 155 gun here, this piece of artillery, that is pure insanity. It's ridiculous. And the reason I say that is that if it acquires a hit, if you can look at this chart, can we look at it? So if the gun is able to secure a hit, it will fire on the 30th column. Infantry target type on the 30th column, and you already acquired a hit, you're just going to roll, and the worst you can do is a 1 morale check. You're going to cause some damage if you hit. There's no way of pushing the die roll up in these numbers, as far as I know, because there's no modifiers after the hit has been acquired. So then it's goodbye. The 105 gun is easier, but again, pin check is the worst you can do. Done. I could have used more smoke with a mortar. Yeah, maybe, but I broke it. Was unlucky and broke the mortar early on. Forgot to say that in reality, in real life, what happened here was that the Germans were able to mount a successful attack on the batteries, and they could not be driven back until the relief came on turn 4 in this case. So apparently my ability as a commander is not very good, at least not my ability as a German commander. So well, there you have it. The history says it's possible to inflict damage on the Americans. My game experience says it's not. Cleaning up this game really just got me ponder about how much this game really has to offer. So now we saw just actually 2 different kinds of artillery pieces from the US side, and 1 mortar, I think. Yeah, 1 mortar from each side. But if you look at the counters here from the Germans, I mean, they have a lot of different types of equipment. They have these flaks, which can be used as infantry weapons, 88 LLs, anti-tank guns, different kinds, 3 different kinds. They have some anti-aircraft stuff, and you can see these guys are, if we go close here, you see that these have a circle, so they are turreted, so they don't get that hefty modifier for changing covered arc. They get a +1 though, not +3, so that's different. They have big mortars, and that's just the Germans. Oh, of course there are vehicles, but this really belongs to starter kit number 3. So in here I have counters from all the 3 starter kits, plus the expansion packs, Beyond the Beaches, and I think it's called expansion pack number 1. So I'm not going to make a commercial for the starter kits, but if you buy all 3, you have a game for quite some time. This is the Americans. Oh, they're the wrong way. I have a certain way of organizing the trays so I can recognize the stuff. So these are the artillery pieces we saw in the game. Well, I think 105 and 155, and then they have this big mortar. More of that. They have other types of anti-tank weapons. And this line here says if they can fire armor piercing or high explosives. In addition, in the starter kits, you also have not many, but a few English. They have a lot of tanks, so they are coming on heavy in starter kit 3, it looks like, at least. Some infantry pieces, a little bit of artillery, mortars and stuff. That's not all. What would a Second World War game be without the Russians? these are the Russians. Again, wrong way. In the starter kit there's quite a bit of Russian armor, quite a bit. So I need to get into that. A little bit of artillery. And last tray I want to show you is this mixed tray. Axis miner, allied miners. Few armored cars. And that's it. There's some, the gray ones are Italians too. So yeah, that's it. Of course there's a tray of normal markers and a pile of maps and scenarios. What I'm trying to say is that I just scraped the surface of this game by learning to play with a few of the artillery pieces, and I felt I got a good grasp of that. This was a good game for me, a good learning game. Terrible game for the Germans though, but for me as a player, great stuff. Now on to vehicles, but that is later. I'm not sure when. Will come eventually, I hope at least. Difficult to make promises, but if there's time and will, and there certainly is will, there will be tanks as well. Okay, hope to see you then, and yeah, take care.